What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Apex to Oval. I'm Alex. That's Jack. We got a great episode in store. We got no F1. Well, Jack has an F1 thing. I don't know what he did. Oh.
I don't know what it is either, if I'm being honest. But we got some NASCAR.
I'm going to make a joke because I think I'm allowed to. The British Grand Prix is going to be in COTA, and the United States Grand Prix is going to be in Silverstone. That's my guess.
And everyone is so inspired by Bahrain.
Yeah,
So
everyone is inspired by Bahrain. But they did make a post. Here it is on the screen. No clue what it is. We'll see in hopefully a couple days. Hopefully they don't take that long to.
Well, it says August 5th, 2026. So as we're recording this, a couple days.
2 days.
But supposedly, 2 circuits in COTA and Silverstone are joining forces. Why? What? How? I mean, they're very far apart. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I have an idea. Okay, so you know how there's some people in the past who try to make bridges over long bodies of water? We're just gonna have one massive Grand Prix with the sort COTA is gonna loop into Silverstone and then loop back into COTA. It's gonna be like a multi-day circuit, like the Tour de France. It's gonna be like that, but with Formula One.
I love the idea, and I think that the entire distance between them needs to be a straight line. Just the longest straight in F1 history in the cars that absolutely cannot deal with that.
They're gonna lose power not even 1% through the straight. It's gonna be
the longest straight in F1 history. It's not the longest straight
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. But the next race is the Dutch Grand Prix of Zandvoort on August 23rd. So we're 3 weekends away from the Dutch Grand Prix. That's fun.
Happy summer break.
Happy summer break. It kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. On to NASCAR. RCR prospect Carson Brown is going to be making his O'Reilly Series debut at Iowa via the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series entry list. To list off some accolades from this here, he has 6 races out of 13 in the ARCA Menard Series in 2026. He's currently 14th in the standings. He has a win, 5 of the top 5s. The lowest he's been in that series is 3rd. He's also done 5 ARCA East Series out of a 6 total. In 2026, he's 9th in the standings, 3 top 5s, 1 other top 10. And he's done 8 of 8 Cars Tours this season as well. He's currently 4th in the standings with 2 top 5s and 4 other top 10s. What are we thinking with this? Good, bad, meh?
Cool having more promising prospects. This doesn't come that long after he joined RCR's development program. I think that was only in November. And then getting Jordan Anderson is decidedly affiliated with RCR and kind of a B tier seat, which is a great place to have a debut. Mm-hmm. But it's really great getting to see the Corey Days and Brent Cruz and now Carson Browns of the world duking it out in the O'Reilly series, and makes you think even more about the purpose of the truck series these days. Certainly not a development series, and you could argue it never really has been, but what are we doing in the trucks?
I don't know, and I think I get it's a historic series, but something needs to happen because it's bad. It's a useless series. Realistically, you go to the truck series, you're probably not going to go to the O'Reilly series, the Cup. That's the sad thing about it. It's a great series to watch. It is great racing product, but if you're not going there to improve, a lot of the time, you're just going there to be there. And even if you have hopes of improving, you're likely to go to the O'Reilly series and improve there. The jump from ARCA to trucks and then trucks to O'Reilly is disgusting. They're 2 separate things and then 2 separate things. You're more likely to make it to Cup if you go from ARCA to O'Reilly, which is what a lot of drivers are now doing. They're just completely skipping the trucks in general.
Yeah, and obviously we did just have Corey Heim, which is really an exception to what's been a really well-established rule. But the truck series, and it would be one thing if the truck series was where the veterans go for a B series, and you get guys like a Matt Crafton or guys like that. But besides maybe Stuart Friesen, like Ben Rhodes is on his way to that. Ty Majeski will probably be there as far as like veteran truck guy who's just in the trucks forever. I guess Grant Enfinger too, but like you look at the top of the truck series and it's Lane Riggs, who is certainly deserving of, and in an ideal world would be moving up in the world. Caden Honeycutt, Chandler Smith, also guys who, you know, especially if, you know, you ask them, they don't want their story to end in the truck series. Christian Eckes has kind of bounced around, but same sort of deal. Gio Ruggiero is a prospect. Like, the series is being run by guys who aren't necessarily planning on staying, but it's not good development for those guys. So it's so in between identities. It's so strange.
Yeah. The only other driver I can really think of in recent memory that is going to be making the jump the way that Heim has is Hocevar, who, you know, has
Hocevar's
time in the trucks.
Hocevar's kind of a weird deal because he wasn't exactly in competitive equipment when he made that jump. It's not like he was Well, while Alex isn't here, I'm going to talk so much trash about him. If you didn't know, Alex is short. But yeah, weird place for the truck series. Conversely, O'Reilly series, awesome place right now. I mean, surely just the best of the best prospect-wise, kind of duking it out. Especially, no offense to Lane Riggs, but especially now that Corey Heim is not full-time in the trucks, Truck series really just feels a tier below product-wise to O'Reilly and Cup.
Yeah. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm excited for Carson Brown.
Yeah.
But let's get into our next story. Ryan Preece, this man right here. Hold on.
The one and only. He's inside that car right now. If you didn't know.
Come on, make up the tour. Listen,
I got it.
Hi everybody. Welcome to my new makeup tutorial. Today we're gonna be doing eyeshadow on my eyes. All right. Anyway, because that's like what they do with the makeup products, so you could like the camera focuses.
It's focused. It's beautiful.
There we go, baby. Ryan Preece. Anyway, he signed through 2027 with RFK. Most likely is an open card because they will be losing a charter next season, but he will keep the number 60, and that is via Brad Keselowski. So,
yep. Brad confirmed around when we recorded last week. But Brad confirmed that they picked up Preece's option, and great for him.
I'm very excited. Very excited. Love Preece.
More Connecticut representation is never a bad thing.
This is
especially
true.
In a year where, like, I mean, Preece has been dancing around the cut line. You know, he's outperforming Brad, right? Like, he's clearly deserving of the seat.
Yeah. And I'm excited. 35 years old. Still kicking it in the cup. Great. Love to see it.
35 years young.
Sorry, 35 years young. You're right. Basically 22 years old.
Still a hotshot prospect, if you ask me.
Exactly. Still so much talent left to show. And then our final NASCAR story, and probably the biggest one this week, maybe. If you know this right here.
Yes. I just put away my my Teco Jimmy car from last week.
This is a Lowe's Jimmy Johnson. You see the Lowe's. Iconic car, by the way. One of the top 3 most iconic paint scheme driver number sets in all of NASCAR history. Lowe's has been out of NASCAR since the end of the 2018 season, following an 18-year partnership with Johnson and Hendrick. They joined together in 2001 and won 7 titles together as the primary sponsor. And they first got into NASCAR in 1997, sponsoring Mike Skinner, the number 31 RCR car. But since they've been out for a while and it looked like they weren't going to come back at all, despite them being successful in the sport as a sponsor, they might. They tweeted out tweet will be pulled up right here on said video that you are watching. If you are an audio listener, I apologize, but I'll read it out for you. Lowe's tweeted out on Twitter, at Ally Racing, at Carvana Racing, need an ally for a last ride, check your DMs, which Ally Racing responded with, let's build something together, and then the muscle like flexing emoji, and then Lowe's says it sent a eyes emoji and a handshake emoji. Then Carvana tweeted at Lowe's, at Ally Racing, at Jimmy Johnson with the eyes emoji, and then Lowe's said, hey bestie, with a blue heart. And then Jimmy Johnson tweeted out, let me put you guys in a group chat. And then Lowe's responded to that, talk soon chat.
Obviously Lowe's, incredibly iconic. Let's not lose track of the fact that Ally being included here is also significant, because Ally stuck with Bowman, obviously.
Yeah.
In that 48 team. So that also, like, that is the 3 sponsors he's basically ever had coming together for a final scheme with his old number. Lowe's coming back. Massive. But this is going to be... I might cry.
You know, I was kind of like... Obviously, Kyle Busch is no longer with us. But, you know, when he was still with us, I really hoped that when his last race came around in the Cup, before he moved on to trucks to be with his son in you know, lower divisions, I was kind of hoping that M&M's would come back and just one last time, you know, one last time. When Denny retires, FedEx come back just one last time. Like I really want just one last one with these iconic sponsors, to be honest. But you know, there might not be a more iconic pairing than Jimmy Johnson and Lowe's, other than, you know, Dale and Good Wrench. Speaking of that, I don't know if it's here, but this is a Dale Earnhardt hat, so. Anyway. Why is it? Anyway, so yeah. Jack, what are your thoughts on this?
Iconic. I'm excited.
Iconic.
It's going to go bananas. I really can't imagine a way that this wouldn't be, like, coolest paint scheme of the year.
I think this is probably going to be the best paint scheme of the 2020s. If they do it right, best paint scheme of the 2020s, hands down. I don't care what else comes out. Best paint scheme of the 2020s. Just saying.
It is quite possible.
There are no recaps because there's no Cup, O'Reilly, or Trucks races this weekend. But we do have predictions for Iowa, which is the Cup and the O'Reilly Series. Now, for my pick, which is I have a lot of little race cars. For my let's go with the O'Reilly pick first. For the O'Reilly pick, I got Justin Allgaier. It was just a shoe-in. The other one is the person I would have picked outside of Allgaier is Ross Chastain, but I am going with Allgaier because he's just that dominant. And in the Cup Series, I got Mustache Man Ryan Blaney.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sticking with my drivers. Now that we're keeping them moving forward, I figure eventually Brent Cruz is going to get it done. One of these days. One of these days, I'm going to pick him, and he's going to win. It's going to make me very happy.
Okay.
In the meantime, still picking him.
Yeah.
Still picking Denny Hamlin in the Cup Series while I got him. Because I know damn well, as soon as I let him go, you're going to pick him, and he's going to win.
Oh, his ass is mine once you give him up. I swear to God, he's mine. And he's going to be mine for the rest of the season. I'm not switching off of him.
I don't care if he wins. I just can't let him win for you.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. Though Blaney does have the second best average finish at Iowa in 2 races. That's why I picked them. I would pick, like, Byron is the best average finish, but let's be honest, that Hendrick car is not doing much. So
yeah, I think it's tough this year to not weigh anyone in a Toyota like higher.
Well, if your name isn't Chase Elliott, your Chevy is not going to be good. And if you're not Ryan Blaney or Joey Logano, you're not What?
Who do you think is the highest Chevy in the points?
Hocevar. But like, nah, that doesn't. No. See, yeah, but like, Elliott has more wins.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Just
no,
saying. Shout out Hocevar. You're 5th in points.
But shout out Spire
like,
Motorsports.
Yeah.
Highest Chevy in the points.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Shout out Carson Hocevar. You are one of my favorite drivers by far, and seem like a great lad. But I would still say Chase Elliott, not only because he has 2 wins, but because he's the seasoned veteran in the higher standings. Give Hocevar some more time. Hocevar does the same thing next year. Screw it, Hocevar over Elliott. But for best Chevy driver in NASCAR right now. But yeah, I'm still gonna give it to Elliott. So yeah, that's our predictions. On to IMSA, where we have Pfaff Motorsports. And they are going to be departing the main IMSA series at the end of the season. This was broke. I saw this via Racer. Pfaff has been in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship since 2019. They sported Porsche in the beginning from 2019 to 2023. Then they went to McLaren in 2024, and then Lamborghini for 2025 and now 2026 before they ultimately end their little division at the end of the season. They also, Pfaff, won the 2021 GDT class and the 2022 GTD Pro class. So back-to-back championships, but in different divisions in IMSA. They will still be, like, they're not fully getting rid of the team per se. They are, but they so the owner, Chris Pfaff, is a partner in the new ownership of Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And so they're going to be doing other things, and this may not be the end for them entirely. Obviously, they're leaving IMSA right now, but Chris Pfaff said that, they're just going to step back. It's not the end of the world. They might come back as early as, I don't know when, but they might come back. But yeah, he's focusing on that, so he doesn't have enough time for the motorsports division, and so shutting down.
It's crazy how much movement there is in
especially
racing.
I know. Oh my god, yeah. Like Porsche left WEC, thinking of leaving IMSA. Pfaff leaving IMSA. Like there's like, I forget what team is leaving WEC after this season.
It's like everyone's coming and going from both, and
yeah,
it changes every couple of years. It's like chaos.
Yeah. It really is. Like it is the most dysfunctional. Yeah, I would say the most dysfunctional motorsports category out there. Because my God, does nobody stick around for more than a couple of years at a time?
Yeah, I mean, in this case, I don't know if I'd call it dysfunctional, because this is just like a team out of the very many teams.
True.
But the manufacturer carousel is bonkers, and this is still like, it's just all over the place.
Well, also, if you look at Pfaff Motorsports' like entries, right, into IMSA this season, they've entered into the GTD Pro class and the GTD class. They have 2 different entries to each class, though. Like, they entered the Huracan, they entered the DGF, they entered the Temerario, and the L411. They've entered 4 damn cars, 4 separate cars, a 1 season. What the heck? Tweets their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Their own. But yeah, so they're leaving at the end of the year. And let's go on to our 6 hours of Road America recap. That's not the name of it, but Jack, did you watch it? Any of it?
No.
No. Okay. Well, good thing I have my notes. So, your winner of the GTP class is the Wayne Taylor Racing number 10 Cadillac with Taylor and Albuquerque. Second place in the GTP class was the JDC Miller Motorsports number 5 Porsche with Vanderheim, Heinrich, and Frederick. And third place is the Wayne Taylor Racing number 40 Cadillac with Taylor and Delatraz. The biggest talking point, or the biggest thing that took place in the race for the GTP category, was between the number 31 Cadillac with Jack Aiken in it, the number 7 Porsche Penske with Felipe Nasser, and the number 6 Porsche Penske with Kevin Estre. In the race, Aiken spun Nasser, and then on the final restart, Aiken got taken out by Estre, whose race ended as well. So, a lot of beef, a lot of chicken, a lot of steak, a lot of meat, beef, all that. And it I'm not gonna lie, I did watch it a lot because I was like, damn, dude, that pissed me off because Estre was doing decent, and it fully looked like he was just trying to force him off the road. Like it looked like it didn't look good for Estre. But Aiken had made a couple of iffy moves in the previous parts of the race, so you could say he had what was coming, but also it looked a little bad for Estre. In the LMP2 class, which is the Eureka class, the Inter Europol competition number 43 won with Clark, Garg, and Dillman. Second place was the CrowdStrike Racing 04 Eureka with Kurtz, Quinn, and Sowery. And then third place is the TDS Racing number 11 with Lutka, Besh, and Hansen. The biggest talking point in the Eureka class was 5 Eurekas went off in the same corner. It was the number 2 and the number 18 which collided, and then they also collected the number 22, number 8, and number 79, all of which were able to continue after that incident. Your GTD Pro winner was Pfaff Motorsports, who recently announced that they are going to be leaving IMSA with their number 9 Lamborghini with Caldarelli and Mitchell. Second place was the AO Racing number 77 Porsche with Tandy and King. And then your third place was the Pratt Miller Motorsports number 4 Corvette with Milner and Katzberg. And your big talking point or biggest moment was a late penalty to the Manthey number 911 with Backler and Preining for a power overshoot, which is a BOP thing, which basically power overshoot is when the car uses more than the allotted power they can use for said car, which is decided by BOP. Obviously, a couple months ago, Porsche was hit massively with a ton of BOP updates, and this is one of them. They only had a certain amount of power they could use. They used more than it during a battle on track, and they got penalized and taken out of the race, and it dropped them to 9th. And then for your final class, the GTD winner was Winward Racing number 57 Mercedes with Ward, Ellis, and Dontia. Second was Triarci Competition 023 Ferrari with Koch, Triarci, and McGuinness. And your third place GTD was Dragon Speed number 81 Corvette with Alote, Stevenson, and Udell. The biggest talking point in the GTD class was the Heart of Racing number 27 Aston Martin with Barrichello, Gamble, and Robijan. They were penalized 44 seconds, which is a drive-through penalty at that track, for an unsafe re-entry late in the race, which dropped them to 15th. So that was that. It was overall a great race. It was, I believe, their first time at this track. It was a long time coming, and I liked it. It was very chaotic, which is really fun in racing. A lot of incidents. A lot of strategy, good strategy, but yeah, overall a great race. If you haven't watched the highlights, they do have highlights on IMSA's YouTube channel. It's 48 minutes, but it's not really 48 minutes. It's like 30 minutes of highlights because the remaining like 15 minutes is like podium celebrations and all that stuff and interviews and all that with the class winners. So fun. The next race is technically the Michelin GT Challenge at VIR on August 23rd, which is 3 weekends away. But if you're looking for the main series, which is the WeatherTech, what do you call it? WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, which is like, again, as I mentioned, GTD Pro, Oreca, or LMP2, and then GTP. That will be in 7 weekends. It'll be the Battle of the Bricks at the Indy Road Course on September 20th. So, good stuff there. Now, speaking of, we talked about earlier in the pod about how in Formula One, the Bahrain Grand Prix is going to Malaysia. No, right? Yeah. Was it Malaysia? Shoot. Where were they going? Sepang. That's what it is. So they're going to Sepang because the conflicts that are going on. Well, WEC has introduced their own contingency, and it's happening now. They will be replacing the 12 kilometers of Qatar and the 8 hours of Bahrain because of conflicts in the Middle East. Thank you so much, US. Hey. But they will be replacing it with the 6 hours of Barcelona at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya, from October 16th to 18th, and then they're replacing Bahrain with the 6 hours of Monza from November 6th to 8th. That'll be the final 2 races of the season. That's via the WEC themselves. And some fun facts are WEC has never raced at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in its entire history, but they have raced at Monza, and the last time they did was between 2021 and 2023. So, good stuff. Very exciting.
Yeah. Hey, racing is good. Good.
Racing is good.
That's the dumbest sentence I've ever said, but like, yeah, I am glad that they are being replaced.
Yeah. I'm glad too. It'll be fun. Monza's always great, and so is Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. I have to say that every time. If you don't know Barcelona FC, that's what they say when they win trophies. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I like Barca. Anyway, also in WEC news, GoodYear tires are making a push to become the official WEC HyperClass tire manufacturer between 2030 and 2032. That's the 3-year window that they're bidding on right now. And this is via Racer. Just to note, Michelin has been the tire manufacturer for the WEC HyperClass since the inception of the HyperClass in 2022. So, cool. These tire manufacturers. I mean, it's not too fun, but it is what it is. And the WEC's next race is the Lone Star Le Mans at COTA on September 6th, which is 5 weekends away. Now on to some MotoGP stories. We have Maverick Vinales. Maverick. He might be axed by KTM and Tech 3 by the end of the season. This is via motorsports.com, although he says he's not, but they don't know yet, and this is why. Vinales has been dealing with a shoulder injury that he got in Q2 at the German GP last season. He did get surgery on it, and it was looking good for a little bit, but it hasn't gone well at all. In the past 23 Grand Prix weekends, he has not made the top 10 in any qualifying, sprint race, or main race sessions in those race weekends. He originally joined KTM and Tech 3, which is the KTM affiliate, and bought shares in KTM for the 2025 season when they were in a financial crisis, and there were rumors that they would be leaving the sport altogether. Vinales also said that he was allegedly offered a factory team seat in 2027, but those have been filled by Alex Marquez and Fabio De Gianantonio, and Tech 3 is looking like they might drop him before the end of the season just to clear the slate for next season, because they are talking about bringing in 2 new drivers for those seats that they have. And fun fact for Jack, I don't know if you know this, but do you know who the I think his position the CEO of Tech 3 is?
I do not.
You know him very well. He was a former F1 team principal, and he did a NASCAR broadcast at one point.
Who is it?
Gunther.
Gunther?
Gunther!
Gunther
Yes.
Steiner.
Yes, Gunther. Gunther is I believe the CEO or the brand new CEO of Tech 3 as well, or recently appointed, so.
The GOAT?
The GOAT. Yeah. So that's pretty sick. Yeah. Sad for Maverick. And you know what's I saw an article about this. It really pissed me off, Let's talk about it. There was an article put out by MotoGP News, and I am very well, I think I know a good amount about writing and just journalism in general. I'm a journalism student in school. I'm getting my bachelor's at the end of this upcoming semester. I know what I'm doing for the most part, and I do know what is wrong and what is right relatively in this industry. There was a MotoGP journalist who wrote an article that says, I am a MotoGP journalist, and I found Maverick Vinales' stupid criticism way out of line. And it's an entire article about how this journalist, right? I'm not going to say the name, but you could look it up and find it online. How he took Vinales' words way too personal and took a direct attack on what he said. Now, if you don't know what Maverick Vinales said, he basically said, the articles are nonsense. They're a load of crap. He put that on his Instagram story, basically saying that this is what he said. I start to read articles without sense. Last week I was at the APC Center and we start to understand why I'm not able to recover. I'm contrasting all this information with my doctors to check if this is the problem and what is the way to improve. Stop writing stupid articles about me. I will not race an SBK, and I will finish the year as my contract says. Now, this guy's like, I don't know why he took offense to these articles. I don't know why he's talking crap. Well, he's talking crap because you're saying all these articles aren't writing he may be fired. These articles that are being written about him are basically telling that he's going to be fired when they don't know the full story. They're not Vinales. They're not KTM. They're not Tech 3. Yes, Vinales and Tech 3 and KTM have had their issues in recent times, but nothing has been shown to say that it's going to happen. It's only might. And when you have a job that you are a professional in and you are at a lowest point in your career and you have people saying day in and day out that you are going to get dropped, not that you might, but you are going to, that could be a little annoying. And this is how I ask people to look at it, especially journalists, because it's just the easiest way to explain it. If you were nominated as the best journalist in your field at one point in time, and you hit a low point, your articles are becoming sloppy, you're making a lot of mistakes, you're not doing very well at your job, right? And it's a low point. You're having a rough time, but you are known for success. You are successful in your whole career, but now you're kind of struggling. And there are reports, articles that come out, videos, articles, all that come out saying, you're not good at your job anymore, you're going to get dropped. Would you like that? The answer is probably no. So how about we stop taking what athletes say, because they're under so much pressure, to heart? Because I know he doesn't mean the journalists are stupid. He says the articles are stupid. Don't take that shit personally. It's not worth it. And there's a reason why he said it. So it also came out earlier today that, hey, he might actually stay around for the rest of the season. So let's not jump the gun here. Anyway, I hate that I have to keep talking about stupid crap in the media. Anyway. Next MotoGP story, Alan Ritchson. Jack, do you know who that is?
He's Reacher, right? Yeah.
Yes, he is Reacher. He now this is via Deadline, so I looked it up. They're allegedly from the big three of Hollywood news. Like, they're very reputable in terms of Hollywood movie news, all that. So this might happen. Again, everyone else that's covering it is like not prominent at all. Like they're all like just random news orgs. But Deadline is a big news org. They broke this news. Take it with a grain of salt. Still though, but he's making a heist movie with Netflix, with hints of MotoGP in it. Now, the premise of the film, allegedly, is the film will revolve around a crew of motorcycle thieves who began stealing priceless antiques around the world. Interpol recruits a one-time MotoGP prodigy, which is played by Ritchson, to catch them until he realizes the ringleader may be his younger brother, who is long believed to be dead. So has some MotoGP type aspects because ex-MotoGP prodigy. There is no timetable on it yet. They haven't done the script. The script isn't even done yet. There's no timetable on it, but it was just announced that this might be coming out in the future. And then also, via motorsport.com, MotoGP confirmed the 2027 MotoGP season will start with the Thai Grand Prix for the third consecutive year.
Cool stuff.
Cool stuff. And that's it for that. Let's get into our week in racing, unless Jack has any thoughts on everything I just talked about.
The only two thoughts I have are, A, cool that it's MotoGP's turn to be involved in a hopefully blockbuster movie. And also, Alan Ritchson just seems like a cool guy.
He does.
Basically everything that comes out about him.
He does, yeah.
And that is, I don't know. It's good to have someone like that involved too.
Yeah. And he just had a recent movie that was on that did well. War Machine.
War Machine.
That recently did well. So fun stuff. This week in racing, and then we'll get into one final topic, unless Jack has any other topics he wants to talk about. But Friday, August 7th, you have the Arca Menards Jr. and Co. 150 at Iowa Speedway at 7 p.m. Eastern. By the way, I say Eastern. All of these are in Eastern time. So if you're in Central, go back an hour. Go back an hour. If you're West Coast time, take it 3 hours. And if you're in England or anywhere else, time conversions. Saturday, August 8th, the MotoGP British Grand Prix Sprint at Silverstone is going to be at 11 a.m. There's also the Moto Baggers British GP for the first race. They have two races this weekend. The first race is Saturday, Silverstone, 12:10 p.m. Then you have also on Saturday the Pirelli Auto Parts Series Hy-Vee Perks 250 at Iowa Speedway at 5 p.m. And then you have a big slate for Sunday, which is Moto 2 British Grand Prix at Silverstone at 6:15 a.m. Then the MotoGP British Grand Prix at 8 a.m. And then the Moto 3 British Grand Prix at 9:30. And then finally, the Moto Baggers British Grand Prix, the second race, is at 11 a.m. Then you have to wait until 2 p.m. for the next race, which is the Indy NXT Grand Prix of Portland at Portland International Raceway at 2 p.m. And then you have the Cup Series Iowa Corn 350 at Iowa Speedway at 3:30. And then the Indy NTT Only Bulls GP at Portland International Speedway at 4 p.m. So, anyone you're especially looking forward to?
I love that the Iowa race is sponsored by Corn. Always.
Yeah.
I don't love that the IndyCar race is sponsored by an AI-powered digital wallet. But you know what? That's life these days. I'm looking forward to having. I didn't catch really any of the IMSA race, so that's on me. But I'm looking forward to have some racing to look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. This weekend, I'll be at Lime Rock Park again. I'll be at Lime Rock Park this weekend for the Radical Cup. I haven't got any emails from Lime Rock on it yet. But let's look it up real quick. This is their second ever time at Lime Rock. Oh wait, they have the event schedule right there. Hold up. Is this the actual event schedule? Hold up. X that. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So, Thursday there is brunch. a driver's brief, and then and then promoter test. There's practice, qualifying. That's on Thursday. Oh no, sorry. Thursday is just the promoter test. Okay, I don't even know. Anyway, Friday there's practice, qualifying, and then race 1. Saturday there's race 2, and then race 3. And then yeah, that's it. So there's 2 races on Saturday. There's a race, quali, and 2 practices on Friday. And on Thursday, I don't even know what's on Thursday. There's a party apparently. Maybe I'll be invited to that because I'm media. Who knows? But yeah, Radical Club Jack, are you going to be there?
It's a great question.
Are you going to be there?
Something that we'll have to talk about after the podcast.
Yes, we will.
Where I will be, it's the great state of Connecticut, which does happen to contain Lime Rock Park.
And Thompson Speedway. And Stafford Speedway.
True.
And Yukon. Basketball capital of the world.
True. Oh
Hell
my God. So true.
Hell yeah. But, yeah, so that's Radical Cups this weekend, which is nice. And then, do you have anything you want to talk about before I go into my last thing?
I have something entirely unrelated to motorsports as my final thought for today. But if you've got one last thing, then I say you go for that.
Okay. What, like a topic or like a final thought?
Like a video.
All right. Well, let's then do that. Because I got one last thing. This week, August 6th through 9th, is the official. Technically, it's not the official start, but it is the official start to the ISU International Skating Union 2026-27 skating season. It has been a long couple of months since Worlds in March, and I am here for it. So let's go over the Cranberry Cup. This is a Challenger Series, which isn't like it really doesn't have any meaning outside of, and this is a pretty big meaning, but it has the meaning of the Challenger Series is to help skaters who don't have experience get experience if they're not going to be in Grand Prix or anything like that. And then, it helps them with their world ranking. So you do well at a Challenger Series, your world ranking goes up, and you get better placement when you're at like good competitions. So that's why Ilya Malinin has been like the last person to go in the short program, in the short program for like 3 consecutive years, because he's been the best skater in the world for 3 consecutive years. But as I say that, for the men's, we have Gabriel Martinez, I believe from Ecuador. They don't have the actual name. If they had the flags, I would know, but they just have like 3 letters. So I'm going to assume this is where he's from, Ecuador. Alexander Slevko from Estonia, I'm pretty sure. Mark Gorodnitsky from Israel. Lev Vinorkor from Israel. Oliver Pretores from Sweden. And then the U.S. has 4 men competing, which is William Annis. I don't know how to say it. Annis, however you say that. William Ryan Azadapur from the U.S., obviously Kai Korver, and then Daniel Martinov from the U.S. as well. For the women's, got no real big names, but also just how it works. But they do get good experience. So we have Nargiz Sulemonova, I think that's from Azerbaijan, if that lettering is correct. Yujay Kim, which is from Korea. Yusong Kim, which is from Korea. Yuma Zagele, which is, I have a feeling that means Lithuania, but I'm not fully sure, so I'm not even going to guess that. Michelle Utgan Batar. There we go. Maxine Batista from, I don't know that abbreviation either. Marietta Atkins from Poland. Olivia Elin Phillips from Sweden. And then you got Logan Hagase Chen from the U.S., Chloe Levine from the U.S., and Katie Shen from the U.S. There's also, I believe, junior men's, junior women's, advanced novice men, and advanced novice women, but those have not been released yet. And to preface why there's no pairs or ice dance, because normally these things do, Great question, Jack, on why there's not that.
Why? Why isn't there?
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it. The IC Challenger Series is split up into two, for the US is split up into two different like sections. Like most Challenger Series like events, like the Lombardia Trophy, the Nebelhorn Trophy, the Andres Napala Trophy, most of the trophies they will have women's singles, men's singles, pairs, and ice dance all together. But the US one, which is the Cranberry Cup International, that's just for singles, and then the John Nix Pair International is for the ice dance in pairs. So they split up into two, and it's allowed somehow. Don't know why, but I mean, it is what it is. But that is this weekend, so let's go. Let's go, dude.
All right, what is back?
It's back, baby. And I'm excited for November, though, because November is when the hard hitters come out. That's when, like, Alyssa Lowe, Amber Glenn, Isabel Levito, Jason Brown, Ilya Malinin, Chalk, and like all the big name U.S. skaters come out towards the end of end of the year, really. So yeah, Sarah Everhart is also skating a little bit too, which will be fun because she's pretty good. Anyway, what is your video?
The New York Mets, the New York Metropolitans. Okay, for context, today was the MLB baseball trade deadline. Trades happened. The Mets sold, have space on their roster now. To fill some of those spaces, because they traded away some relievers, they called up Jeffrey Yan, who is an electric, I don't really want to call him a prospect because he's 29 years old, but an electric minor league reliever that they just called up. And the video that I just sent you is actually from a few years ago, but it's what he does after like every strikeout.
Oh.
Dude is actually just electricity personified.
Dude's the Marquette King of pitching.
But like, Marquette King wishes he was Jeffrey Yan. I mean, first of all, different dances after like each strikeout. Like he's coming up with.
Oh my god! Airtime! Oh my!
Second of all, dude's got hops. Third of all, dude had like a 25K per nine in the minors for like the first chunk of this year. Like he was also killing it and has an electric fastball to go with the electricity on the mound.
Oh my god!
So not a Mets fan. Hopefully none of you are Mets fans. But let's look forward to some Jeffrey Yan, huh? Well, with that,
that's it. You want to close this out, Jack?
Goodbye forever. And by forever, I mean until I am with Alex next week. Live and in person, except not live, but yes, in person.
It could be live.
It could be, but that seems like a bad idea.
With how much I cut out most weeks, yes, it does. This week, not gonna lie, I want to put this on the record, went really well in terms of me cussing, not that much, and me not going on a 5 to 10 minute rant every 2 minutes that I have to cut out because I'm not putting that on the podcast. Also, check out my new video I posted. Well, it's a short. I did post another video, like a long form video, but check out my short. It's pretty good. It's about the Sabina Flight 548 plane crash, which killed the entire 1961 U.S. figure skating team, coaches, and officials. Rest in peace. Anyway, that's the pod. Thank you for watching. Jack, salute him out.